How to overcome lust. You read it. How to overcome lust. In a world of hypersexualization, because of lust, the vast majority of people, not just men, I'm talking about women too right now, okay, have no sense of actual companionship. They are very stressed in relationships. Their relationships are falling apart. Their friendships are falling apart. Their relationship with their family, not just like intimate relationship, that's the core, by the way. If you want to be in a proper, loving, intimate relationship, you have to learn how to overcome overcoming lust overall, right? There's a difference between white tantra, gray tantra, and black tantra, okay? So over here, I'm not here to tell you to fully abstain from anything sexual. That's not what I'm telling you, okay? That's for a whole different video. But what I'm over here in this video, if you note down, I would honestly highly recommend people to start noting down what I'm going to say in this video, because it's like that important. The cost of inaction is horrible relationships, anxiety, loneliness, depression, anger, sadness, mood swings. And I'm just being very honest. Look at today's society and you know what's up. Okay? Now, let's get straight into it. Number one thing. Cut the cord. Cut the cord. Now, what am I talking about? Okay? When the thought, it cannot see, the thing is, you are a vibrational being. Okay? You are frequency vibration. That's who you are. Like, that's who you are. You are not the body. You are the soul that's partially in the body, and you partially reside in other worlds. That's for a whole different topic. That's the multiverse. We're not going to get into that much, but maybe not at all right now. Okay? So what's happening is that you have to get that your pineal is an antenna to different realms. It's an antenna to the unseen world. It is your antenna, okay? This is why if you look at ancient hieroglyphics, you'll see the pineal, okay? Now, when the thought comes, right, rather than even judging it, okay, you observe the thought and you let it go. Now, the thought can become very perpetual at times. And then you become perpetual with observation, not digestion of that thought. Because the second you start to digest it and you start to pay attention to the words now, okay? Pay very close attention to the words. When you start to associate yourself with that thought, what ends up happening is that you start to become that thought. You start to embody that thought. You see what I mean? So you just have to observe the thought and you have to respectfully let it go, because it is not here to serve you. Okay? That's the number one point. Okay? That's a very important point. Very important, okay? Now, the number 2 point, let's get into it. Please keep yourself busy with something. Especially if you're just starting SR, please keep yourself busy. Keep yourself going to the gym. Keep yourself busy with work. Keep yourself busy with reading, with writing, with pranayama, breathing exercises. If you really struggle with lust, pranayama. Now, why do I say exercise and pranayama? Why am I saying this, okay? Why do I say this, okay? When you are exercising, right? This is so important, guys. When you are exercising, you are building intensity towards your brain. It's your body and your brain, okay? So you are fully engaged in the lift. Okay, you're engaged. When you're engaged in the lift, you stop worrying about the other things. You're stressing the body. The body needs that stress. So your focus from going to other different places. Have you ever just worked out and you felt like pure nirvana after having a nice, long, hard workout where you really sweated it out? One of the biggest reasons why that actually ends up happening is because you are starting to lift and your brain starts to focus. In a world filled with distractions, the vast majority of people are unable to focus. So lift and do pranayama and keep yourself busy. Keep yourself busy, guys. I'm telling you, a vacant person is when the vacant time is when the devil comes and knocks on your door. Okay, you cannot be too vacant. You cannot be too vacant. And I'm telling you this right now. Take it from a guy that has done 11 months of semen retention. No fab. Bro, why am I keep seeing shadows? Like, someone behind me? Okay. And see, that's this kind of scary part too. Now, someone was actually behind me right now, but once your frequency, because once you start to overcome lust, see, lust and food are two of the main aspects of the carnal mind that most people have a hard time overcoming. If you can overcome these two aspects, you are golden. You are golden, because you start to increase your vibration. And like, why I say this is because you start to look at a lot of things from the unseen perspective, right? You start to look, a lot of the things right now that we are focused on are in the seen world, but the unseen, we're unable to actually look at that world because our vibration is at such a lower, for the vast majority of people, is at the carnal root chakra. You see what I mean? That is what messes it up, okay? Now, the third point on how to overcome lust. And now, this might sound, I want to bring it all full circle, but this works, okay? This works, okay? Please give gratitude. Please give gratitude. I cannot even stress this. There has been scientific studies that have been done. I'm sure most people probably, I'm not sure, but a lot of people should know about the study that the Japanese scientists did with water and I think rice even, right? Where he put the rice in two containers, and to one rice he spoke good, and to the other one he spoke bad. And the one rice flourished and the other one didn't. And the reason why that happens is because when you are actually giving gratitude, you're not just changing your cosmic self, but you are changing your biological self. You are changing your physical self. Your biology is starting to change for the better. You see what I mean? So like all these three points are going to really help. They will really help. And honestly, guys, if you can overcome lust, your life will feel so much better. I'm just being very honest with you. Because when you are always lusting, when you're always just thinking about having, intercourse, you're more thinking from the primitive mind, from the animalistic mind, rather than the cosmic mind. And to manifest now, you have to have a proclivity a lot towards the cosmic mind rather than the primitive mind, because the primitive mind is mostly about survival. It's not about thriving, it's more about survival. This is why lust can be so overly devastating to the vast majority of folks, because it does put you at a carnal root chakra area, right? All that being said, I really hope you're able to prosper in your journey to overcome lust. Now, this is I'm going to continue making videos around this topic. So, feel free to hang around on my channel, because this channel, it just doesn't talk about lust. It talks about numerology. I talk about numbers. I'm going to get deeper into numbers soon. We're going to get deeper onto the new earth. For example, I started my recent SR streak started on the 11th portal. That was on the 29th. So if you didn't watch that video at that time, if you had watched, I mean, like, I told people took notes from that video where I was telling people, I'm like, on the 11th and the 29th of last month of sorry, I think it was November actually, there was a triple 11 portal that opened up for us. One of the strongest portals if you wanted to start a streak. So don't worry, we have more portals coming up. That being said, have yourself a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are.